has this week just been like in general preparation? I mean, this is your 5th year. How does it change, especially going into this year?
Well, I mean, the stakes are a little bit higher. We're 7-0 right now, so every game is a championship game. Coach says that every week. But I think we saw last week in the Big Ten that anybody can beat anybody any week, with the Penn State-Ohio State game. So intensity is a lot higher than normal, but nothing's changed over the last 5 years, really.
Ben said you helped him a lot working on technique, getting ready for the start last week.
Braden?
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, he has a lot of experience playing tackle, though. Mm-hmm. He did play that 2 years ago, but, it's a little bit different, especially in pass pro, so I was just trying to help him freshen up on his technique.
When you watch, obviously different side, but when you watch film, how do you think the two Bens did?
Oh, they did a great job. Considering that was the first game Ben started at tackling in a long time, and then Bredeson's a young guy, but together they did a really good job.
What's the biggest challenge when you do have some shuffling on the line like that?
Not much. We get a lot of reps playing in practice, playing different positions. I don't just play right tackle. Nobody just plays one position, so we get a lot of reps doing that. But once you get in the flow of the game, you don't really notice it.
How important is it for you to get a win up at Michigan State before your career's over?
It's really important. I've never beat them as a player. Like playing, actually, our shirt year, we beat them. But it's really important. Especially, last year was heartbreaking. So it's not so much of revenge, but we need to get a win.
What do you remember about playing up there the last time?
I just remember being embarrassed. Last time we played there is overall just embarrassing. Couldn't run the ball. We had trouble pass protecting, everything like that. It was embarrassing, and the time before that was even more embarrassing. So those memories definitely stick in my head.
Do you think it was a little bit of an intimidation factor? Do you think they had a little bit of a mental edge, being a tougher team or something like that?
I don't think it's ever been toughness or they're intimidating or anything like that. They're another football team. Don't get me wrong, they're a good football team, but they just flat out beat us last 2 times we've been there.
What common traits did you see from their D-lines year to year?
Yeah, they're always tough guys. They get upfield fast. They play physical, and it seems to be like that ever since I've been here, and probably before that too.
When you talk about being embarrassed, is that something that you convey to the younger guys who weren't there?
Yeah, we spoke last night. Kind of older guys on the offensive line room just spoke to the offensive line and told them, some of the younger guys kind of take the season for granted. They came in here and we've been winning ever since and everything like that. So they kind of haven't been through the downs we've been through, and the bad times kind of make you a little bit tougher. But us older guys definitely remember going in there 2 years ago and 3 years ago and getting embarrassed, and even last year was heartbreaking. But we try to remind them that just because we're 7-0, it doesn't mean that they're gonna lay down and give it to us. They want it probably more than anyone else to beat us for many reasons. So we got to go in there and execute and play as tough as we've ever played.
Like, what are some of those? You said for many reasons. What on top of being an in-state rival, or you're talking about Michigan State having a lot of reasons to want to beat you?
Yeah, we're number 2 in the country right now.
And
that puts a big target on your back. They've struggled a little bit this year, obviously, but anytime you're a top team and you're playing against an unranked team, they have more motivation to beat you.
How much more ready are you guys than those previous years you were talking about to go up there and take on this challenge?
I think we're a lot more ready. Mentally, I think we're ahead than we were before, but more than anything, I think it's maturity. This is the most mature team I've been a part of. This is the most experienced team I've been a part of. So I think those two things, maturity and just mentally, we're a step further than we've ever been.
Erik, can maturity maybe outweigh talent in a game like this?
I think it can outweigh any time, not just a game like this. Talent is something very, very special. But us older guys, we've been there, we've played there, we've played in a lot of places before, we've played away. And like I was saying before, we know what it feels like to get beat by them and get beat badly by them. So I think we have an extra edge going in there, just a chip on our shoulder that I didn't have there as a redshirt freshman or redshirt sophomore.
Have you gone back, watched any of the previous games in this series?
Yeah, I watched all of them, all the games we played in today, actually, since I've been here. just to remind myself what it could feel like if we don't prepare the way we should.
Was there one play that sort of stood out more than the others besides last year's game?
Too many bad ones. There's so many times in the last 3 years that we played against them that we just didn't do our job, 10 guys would, one guy wouldn't, something like that. So it was hard watching, but something I wanted to do, just to remind myself.
Did you watch it alone or with a fellow?
Me and Kyle watched it, and it was quiet, but it was good for us,
Even Kyle was quiet during that?
Yeah. It was just one of those things, like, we shook our heads, like, I can't believe that happened, but learn from it. They have a lot of the same players. We've played against some of the guys for a while now, some of the same guys, but it was just something to remind ourselves of what could go wrong.
Erik,